Hey YouTube, it's time to get you up to date on what's going on with this DLG wing. So as you can see, I've got a carbon fiber cloth reinforcement going right down the root, top and bottom. I've got some hard points mounted inside the wing for the wing mounting screws. The hinges have been cut, and on the back side I've got a 3D printed wing mount. I have the STL files in the description if you have a 3D printer and if your hard points match mine, which are at 17 and 100 from the leading edge. Now to begin, we're going to start off with a very small drill and drill through the front and rear hard points, just establishing the center line of each. That's the main reason we using this tiny little drill, is to make sure everything is centered. So once you have it centered, we are just going to progressively work up in drill diameters until we have the same diameter as our hard points. And in my case, I ended up using a 5/16 hardwood dowel for my hard points, and this is what it's going to look like once you're done and to that diameter. Now that that's all done, now it's time to start epoxying the hard points into those holes. And as you can see, I've already created a small 1mm diameter hole in the middle of the hard points, and of course they're way too long right now, and they're attached with some 5-in epoxy, which now they're cured. Now they have to get trimmed off, and once they're trimmed off, we want to sand them down to the skin level of the wing. Okay, so as you can probably tell, this one might need a little bit more sanding, but you want them flush up against the skin. That's for this patch to lay on. And this is made with 1K carbon fiber cloth that's been mounted onto a backing. Now I'll show you how to make this patch, and I'll show you why you need the backing. This 1K cloth is really hard to work with. As you can see, it's flimsy and it falls apart. It needs help. So that's why I put it on a backing of this 0.75 ounce fiberglass cloth. And the first thing you do is hit it with some clear lacquer spray. Hit them both with the clear lacquer, and just give it a minute to dry. And once that stuff's dry on there, you're going to find that your material is very easy to work with now. It's rigid and it's way more manageable. I'm not going to be using this particular piece right now on the wing, but I'll use it for another part of the build. And as you can see, the fiberglass cloth is also really easy to work with. Now all we're going to do is use our Super 77 and give the fiberglass cloth a shot of that. And then we're going to lay our patch, our carbon fiber cloth patch, right on top. And we're just going to press it down and trim off the excess. And you can do this with anything really, like even carbon toe you can make one of these patches out of. So you can actually use like maybe 3 layers of fiberglass if you really want to on the center. It'd be fine too. So now I have the area for the patch taped off, so I can rough it up with some 220 sandpaper just to put some tooth on it, so to make sure it has a good bond with the patch. And to have a good finish on the top side, we're going to be using this heavyweight sheet protector, which is basically going to be used as a mylar, just like this. So you want to cut out 2 pieces 40mm wide and just lay them on the wing like this and tape them down so they fold like a book and they center directly on the center line of the wing. Okay, right down the middle of the root. That's very important. And all we're going to do is basically like tape them so they're out of the way, so we can continue working on this wing. Okay, so right now I'm just mixing up some resin. It's the same resin that we used for the wing. It's just laminating resin. And I'll just start dabbing it on with a sponge brush here. And just work your way down, right down the middle of the area that we've sanded. It's visible, so you should have no problem. So now we just take our patch and we'll just lay it right down on the middle of the wing. And we just press it down a little bit with our fingers just to get it nice adhered, and finish wetting it out with this tiny sponge I have here. You probably noticed that the fiberglass cloth wets out really extremely easy. That's because it's only like 1 thou thick, right? So, and the bottom side's pretty wet too, so it should be no problem for that carbon fiber cloth to get saturated. So now I'm coming in here with a sharp pair of scissors, and we're just going to trim off the trailing edge and the leading edge, and just cutting off the excess there. And right now I'm just making sure that everything is saturated, okay? Because we kind of lifted it up a bit when we cut it. So it's always better to be safe than sorry, right? And now I'm just going to wipe off some of the excess with some water and alcohol, just to get rid of any excess that might have been out the side here. And now I'm just applying a couple pieces of toilet paper as a debulker. Now you're just going to pat this down, and it's going to remove any excess epoxy that's on there, and there's going to be quite a bit. So make sure you do this step. The excess epoxy right now is just your enemy. It's just adding weight. It's doing nothing for strength, so get rid of it. And once that's off there, we can then just kind of fold this Mylar back to where it wants to be, right in the middle here. And we're going to take a piece of tape, and we're just going to come to the end here, and we're going to just wrap it around the back side, kind of pulling a little bit tight, and then just tape it on the back side just like that. So this side's nice and tight up against the surface. And then we'll just repeat that on the other side here. Just kind of pull it a bit and just kind of tape it on the other side. Just do that same thing to the other side of the Mylar here. And once both of them are down, you can actually use your finger to squeeze that resin around underneath the Mylar, okay? So if you see any dry spots, just push the fiberglass to where you want it to be. It's very easy to see it here. And once that's all done, all we're going to do is weigh it down and let it dry overnight. And the next day, we're going to just peel off the Mylars just like this. And it's going to reveal this really beautiful finish on this joint. I mean, those Mylars were great. I mean, it's right down the center. It's a very, very, very nice joint here. That's where the wing mount's going to be, so it's really important to have that right. So now I'm just going to reestablish the center hole with my 1mm drill, and before we cover up the other side with fiberglass. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to rinse and repeat on the other side. So we're going to tape it off, we're going to rough it up with some 220, we're going to come over here and wet out the surface, apply our patch just like that, wet out the patch, trim off the excess as we did before, and we're going to debulk it with this toilet paper once again. And I gotta mention this again, it's really important that you debulk it, because there is quite a, like, look at all the excess resin that's coming off. Man, that's crazy. So anyways, you want to get rid of that, right? So we're going to do the same thing as we did before. Just wrap the Mylar around the other side and tape it down so it's snug on the surface here. And same as the other side. You don't have to tape the middles together. Just let them float. It's better for the middle section not to be taped, so excess resin can spill out there, okay? It's an escape route for the excess resin. So once you have that like all taped down, you can use your finger again and move that resin around to any dry spots. Once it's dried and Mylars are off, this is what you end up with, okay? So it really is, it's a beautiful joint, and its surface quality is excellent. So there you have it, boys. Now I'm just going to reestablish my center hole again, because we have to drill out for the screw holes. So I'll just come in here with my 1mm again, just to get my center hole again, progressively work up with drill size up to a 3mm for my screw. And I'll have a 3mm hole in the middle, and then I used a 6mm on the top here for the counter sink for the heads of these screws. And as you can see, everything's directly in the middle. It's straight, plumb, beautiful. All right. Next thing we have to tackle is the hinge. Okay. So I have my straight edge laid out on my wing at the right position. And I'm just taking a very sharp knife here and I'm cutting down just through the top skin. That's it. I don't want to go down into the foam too much. I certainly don't want to go into the hinge material. And I just want to score and cut the top skin right now. Once I get to the very tip, you're going to have to cut through that 12K carbon toe all the way through. So you're going to have a cut all clean through that carbon toe at the end. You're also going to have a cut clean through at the close to the root, 10 millimeters in for the inboard section of the flaperon. Okay, so once we have that center line or the hinge line cut like that, I'm just going to take my knife again, as you see. I'm going to just gently score this down, and you'll feel it scraping along the bottom. That's why I have it in my hand. I have my finger on the other side so I can feel exactly where that tip of the knife is, okay? So all you want to do is get it down to where you're actually scraping along the hinge line, but not cutting through it, okay? And once you're at that point, it's time to start bending this hinge over on itself to loosen it up. Now all you want to do is kind of like gently move it back and forth initially, a little bit at a time, until it starts flexing a little more. And it will. It just has to break free from the hardened resin, right? So once you have it to a point where it's actually going to fold over, right over on itself and right onto the wing, just like this. Okay, that's what you want. So now we got to take care of the hinge travel in the opposite direction. And to do that, we're going to take our knife and I'm going to put a cut in between the foam and the top skin, just right in between there. And I'm going to score it down 3 millimeters deep all the way down that hinge line. You can see the blade right through the skin here, 3 millimeters deep all the way down that hinge line. And now I'm going to come in with my knife and I'm going to make a V cut at approximately a 40-degree angle, and I'm going to cut a V into this wing area, the hinge area here. So I'm going to cut a wedge out of the foam. And right about now, I'm cursing at myself because I need a sharper blade, but you just want to take your time and just cut that V out just like that. Okay? There's no rushing this. Just take your time. Just work your way at it. And after that, we're just going to take some 320 sandpaper and we are going to run it down that edge anyways. So this will like smooth it out really nice for you. And that's going to be a nice finish. Okay. So we do have this 3 millimeter skin flap hanging out there. So what we have to do now is we have to take some hard smooth tool like this spatula I have here, small spatula, and all I want to do is I want to squish down the leading edge of the flap at about a 40-degree angle. Okay, I'm going to round over the leading edge, just squish it, and in doing so, that's going to create a rounded edge at the leading edge of the flap, which is going to tuck under that skin flap that we created, just like that. And it's going to create this really super nice hinge line. It's very aerodynamic and it's very clean, and there's lots of travel. I mean, that's like about a 40-degree angle. That's more than enough travel. Okay, and here's a better look at it from a little closer, just coming in here. And you can see how it's going to fold right up in underneath. It's a very nice hinge. So the last thing I want to mention is the alternative method of mounting your wing if you don't have a 3D printer. I'll leave a link to my friend A. Philos. He's got a YouTube channel and he goes through a really simple but effective wing mount system that you could just use a piece of carbon tow, a screw and a nut, and it's very effective. So until next time, thanks for watching guys, and don't forget to like, sub, comment, peace.